Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 84.
Hey, all right.
Yeah,
84
baby.
of them, man.
1984. I'm your co-host, Yam Juice.
I'm your co-host, Flex.
And today we've got a new guest for you that we've never had on the show before. He used to be known as Wackadoodle. Now he's Masterguns 0861s. Welcome, Wackadoodle. Yeah!
Hey, thanks, guys. Been wanting to come on for a while, but it's been too chicken. But Willie's convinced me to come on.
Are you worried that Flex is going to bite?
I've heard that he does bite. Yeah, I've seen the stuff on the true crime show. So.
So let's get to know Mr. Masterguns Wackadoodle. It's like finding out that you changed to Masterguns. It's like, darn, I just know you as Wackadoodle on the forums.
Yeah, it's kind of that was my thing. I chose Wackadoodle initially because I can't really shoot that well, and you can't really expect too much of a guy named Wackadoodle. So that's why I chose Wackadoodle. But I'm getting a lot of hate mail sometimes on the dang message boards. Not the message board, but the messages on the Xbox. Some kids saying, "Hey, you can come whack my doodle." And I was like, "Okay, we're done with the Wackadoodle." So I just chose. Yeah, so I just chose Masterguns 0861 because it used to be my MOS in the military and the rank I held. So.
All right. So you were in the military. Which branch?
I was in the Marine Corps for almost 25 years.
Wow. That's a stint, man.
Yeah. I'd still be in, but when I came back from my last deployment, checking into the unit, the colonel said, "Hey, going to Afghanistan in 10 months." I had just come back from a year deployment, and I said, "Yeah, no, I think I'll be retired when you guys go to Afghanistan next time." Yeah, I was just checking in my alphas, and he said, "Yeah, you're going to Afghanistan again." I was like, "I'm done."
Wow. So tell us about the Persian Gulf. How many times have you been there, and how long did you spend?
First time was in the 90s, Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And then I went back 2004, 2008. It's 2006, 2008. It was one of those deployments where it was home again for a year, over there for a year, home again for a year, and I just got tired of doing that whole thing. So,
back and forth.
Yeah, I spent 15 months over there. The last time I was over was a 15-month deployment.
Wow.
And, they wanted me to turn around and go back again in 9 months. And I said, no, I was missing too much of my daughter's life. So
it's like I had no idea that the military was asking that much of any one person. Jeez.
Yeah, well, the problem is my MOS that I had, there's only 3 of us. My camera went out again. There's only 3 of us. We had one on the West Coast, East Coast, and one in Japan.
What is MOS?
Military Occupational Specialty.
Okay.
That's basically what we did. So the problem was that, like I said, East Coast, West Coast, and Okinawa. And the Okinawa guy was technically deployed already because he was in Okinawa. So me and the West Coast guy just traded every other year.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So what is your specialty?
Well, I was a forward observer. That's my main specialty, the 0861. It's like fire supportman, JTAC, terminal attack controller. I was the head of that for the 2 MEF and the 1 MEF for a period of time.
Wow.
So I did a lot of jobs in the military.
Classified.
Was a drill instructor. Was a cannon cocker. Dealt with the artillery.
Oh, wow.
So did a lot of little things.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Wow. So for everybody else, these military shooters seem like they're pretty intense, but for you, it's like same old thing.
It's kind of funny because before I started playing these games, I'd have dreams. I'm not talking, flashback, scary, IEDs blowing up your face type dreams, kind of military-ish type dreams. As I started playing, the battlefield thing, I just have a lot of dreams of a battlefield all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So what kind of weapon did you actually carry in real life?
This is the M4 and the M9. That's about it.
So does that have an effect when you're playing the games? Do you tend to go to the guns that you actually have had experience with in real life?
No, not really. I just go what works best at me. It's something that's going to be firing fast, and I could possibly hit somebody with. So as many rounds as I can get, and firing as fast as I can get it. That's what I need.
Sounds
Okay.
like me.
And for people to stay still, I need that.
There you go.
So you like a bullet hose?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like guns that fire fast
Yeah.
and don't
Gotta
give the
fire.
enemy too much chance. All
The
right.
thing what Willie told me to do on the sensitive part of the when you got a controller is to dumb it down a lot. So I'm down like 10%, and that's helped a lot too.
See,
You're
that's
talking
what
about
I did.
the
That's
sensitivity.
That sensitivity control.
Yep.
I'm down like 10%, probably even less than that now.
That's what I did. I put mine way down because otherwise, I just couldn't.
You can't control it.
I couldn't control it.
Right. I work on a really low sensitivity too. On Call of Duty, this one has up to 20. I'm on 3.
Oh wow!
I'm on 3 sensitivity. Yeah.
It's
I kept working with it, trying to find what's it, because if you get it too slow, you can't turn on somebody.
Yeah.
But if you can't hit anybody in the first place, what good is it?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my problem.
Yeah. So if you set it as high as you can go, you can like twitch around like a maniac.
I know. It's like
But you
Mine
can't
is
hit
it.
anything.
it's
Who
like
was it
this, and
that-
I see somebody. It's like takes me a second to get there, but if I don't, it's just I'm just all over the dang place. I can't get
Have you ever tried Control Freaks on your sticks?
Is that some sort of mod or something?
Oh my goodness!
Show
oh my
him-
goodness!
show him.
You gotta try that shit.
Show him.
This is a Control Freak. That's
It's-
Xbox
it-
One controller, and
it's a stick extender.
It just makes the
Oh.
stick taller. That's all it does. It just makes it a little taller. So it gives you more fine-tuned control. And it takes just a little while to get used to it. Maybe 3 games or something, and you'll like,
Ooh.
oh, okay.
Who'd we have on here that had their sensitivity set all the way up? Somebody we had on the show said they.
Somebody, but I guarantee
Was it
that-
Ozzy?
I can't remember who it is, but I guarantee
Can't-
that's bragging rights. If that person would to bring it down, they would probably do better.
Yeah, I know my
It's like-
stuff has got a lot better since I brought it down.
Mm-hmm.
See, mine too. I had to. I think mine's like at the AM setting like 3 or 4 on COD, and I think I'm at like 20% on Battlefield.
Well, I noticed that the MLG pros, these are the guys who playing for money prizes and stuff. These are the best of the best of the best. Their sensitivities are almost always very on the low side. They're not on the high side.
Really?
It's like you want your shot. Yeah, they're
I
always
would-
low.
I thought
3,
they'd
4,
be-
5.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, you'd think that they'd be like super high, so they can hit this guy. No, it's like when you're like really want to kill a guy, you want to kill a guy.
That's a good
Yeah.
tip. I didn't know
That's-
that. I thought those guys would run, with the highest sensitivity.
Oh man, they're almost always super low. Everybody's always shocked because if you're watching an MLG stream or something, you get to see them and they're changing, their options and stuff, and you get to actually see what they're using. It's like, oh my god, look how low his sensitivity is.
Yeah, like I said, it's helped me a whole lot. So I was playing this morning. I got up early this morning. Was playing Battlefield 4, and one of my Battlefield 3 buddies came on. So I just came off 4, went to 3, and my sensitivity on 3 was just crazy. So I got in the game, was playing it, was trying to shoot somebody, and I was just doing this. And I said, I need to adjust my sensitivity, and I brought it down, and so that was the trick for me. I'm like a level 34 Colonel. I've been playing that game jacked up the whole damn time.
Oh, wow.
So,
So
a lot of the frustration I had with the game was probably that, because I couldn't hit nothing, because I was spazzing,
So your whole Battlefield 3 career, you were using that high sensitivity.
high sensitivity.
Wow.
And I was just
Wow.
throwing rounds everywhere, not hitting nothing.
Wow. So okay. So have you spent more time playing 4 than you have spent playing Battlefield 3 already, or?
Just
Or
got
you
on
still got a
4.
ways to go?
Just got on 4. February 2nd was my birthday. My wife got it for me. So I just started. So
You
I'm
just began.
discovering it. Yeah, just
See-
discovering it.
So you missed out on a lot of the fun we went through with the stupid crap freezing up, and of course it still does. But
Yeah, I saw that, and I was waiting for all that stuff to level out before I actually bought the game. And
Yeah.
it looked like it was leveling out, so I came into it. Still kind of freezes up on me every now and then. It kind of pisses me off.
mine
but
does too. Mine does too.
Yeah. So how do you like the game in comparison to 3?
I like it. I mean, I'm hitting things better. Again, sensitivity thing probably I'm using.
Right.
The weapons I'm using seem to be tighter. The hit indicators are actually hitting stuff, I think.
Now, are you using the legacy controls, or are you using the new?
Still haven't really got my controls under control yet, what I'm actually going to be using. For the actual running and gunning, I think it's just a default, I think.
Oh, okay.
For the vehicles, I haven't really gotten to vehicles yet. I'm trying to break the habit I had with Battlefield 3, where I was just a tank whore, and I just stayed in a tank the whole dang time. So I'm going to get out and run and gun a little bit and see what happens. Really liking that slam thing, that little landmine.
Yeah, I'd heard about those. I haven't played a lot, so but
Oh, you got to get it.
what's that about? That's the one where you just chuck it and it blows up, or
Yeah, you just leave it in places, you know. I stick mine on the walls and stuff now. I don't stick it in the middle of the road. My technique I was using before, just stick it in the road, they'd see it, but people aren't
Okay, so
looking
that's
on the
like
side
a
of
proximity explosive, or
Yeah.
do you have
Yeah.
to actually just get close to it and it blows up?
Just get close and it blows up. I'm not an expert on it by any stretch of the imagination, but that's my technique I use. I stick it on a box near the objective, and some tank rolls up onto it, and they're looking at the ground, and
boom.
yep,
Slam. So what does SLAM stand for?
I don't have a clue.
The military's, they got all these letters for everything. It's like you have to have a million things memorized.
Yeah, the SLAM I know is a standoff land attack missile. That's the kind of stuff I used to use, but I don't know what the acronym for this little piece of equipment is.
Yeah. All right. So are you playing on the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One?
Xbox 360. Yep. Gonna wait on that Xbox One for a while, I think.
Let it
Don't you want to
shake.
play against 64 players?
No, not really. I can barely handle what I'm playing now. I find if I'm not running with the sub 1 guys, it's just kind of boring, and I like running with the sub 1 guys.
Oh, it makes all the difference when we're playing with each other, because it's like, it's the lobby, man. It's all about the chat and having fun, and it's like when you're running by yourself, you're isolated a little bit, and it just doesn't seem to be as much. And I don't get as much enjoyment out of it if I'm not playing with you guys, because
the teamwork things there, I mean, right now I'm getting left a lot because I'm just observing everything that's going on in the game, watching parrots take off and other things in the game, and everyone I'm running with usually runs away from me because they're all about the objectives, and I'm not paying attention half the dang time. So I turn around and Headhunter, Bruce, and Willie I'll look at them 150 meters away from me by now. I'm like, crap, I got to run, schlep over there and get them.
Well, there's a lot going on. You got a lot to digest and process and everything.
Yeah.
So you've been in the Marines for 25 years. So you obviously are not a kid.
I am still, yeah. My wife thinks I am.
Well, you're a kid. Okay. So
Yeah, kid at heart.
We're me and Flex are I guess middle of the age category, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
We both just had birthdays, and he's getting close. He's getting towards the big 50. I'm well past it. So
I just turned 46 the other day.
Oh my goodness!
I'm
Yeah, you and
47.
Flex.
I'm 47.
Yeah, we're young guys still.
Yep.
That's right.
Still a lot of trouble to make.
Yeah.
But in first person shooter years, that's like, oh my God, I'm old enough to be your grandpa, kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're dinosaurs.
This is kind of our generation that started the whole video game craze, though, 12 years old at the dang arcade with a pocket full of quarters, playing Pac-Man and Tempest and Defender. And
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I remember those games.
Spent hours.
we kind of started it. I'm still just as bad. I mean, if I had a pocket full of quarters now to put in this BF3, I'd be poor. If I had to play this game at the arcade, I'd be broke.
Yeah, my favorite game was Missile Commands back in the
Yeah.
arcade days. That's the one I liked the most. Had that big fat fucking trackball, you know.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, them things are I actually got my hand caught in one of those once. Boy, that hurt like hell.
Oh man.
The thing around it was worn, around the ball was worn down a little bit, and there was a little space. And
There's a little place your finger could go. Eee. Atari, fix your
doggies.
goddamn machine. Yeah, that was an Atari game. I had an Atari 2600, home console.
Yeah.
And we got Missile Command for it, and it did not play the same. I mean, you got that stupid little joystick,
Yeah.
instead of the trackball, which is totally responsive, this joystick. And the graphics on, of course, the Atari 2600 were just horrendously bad.
Yeah.
What was your first console?
My first console was 2600.
All right.
And then we got,
old school.
the Intellivision one, and then I had the Nintendo, then the PlayStations, the PlayStation 2s, the PlayStation 3s, the Wii's, the Sega Genesis. I got all that crap. I still got like about 4 or 5 systems in the house still.
Wow. So you could set up a gaming museum.
I've sold some of the other stuff, because my wife said get it out of the house, so.
I love
Yeah,
this.
so-
that
I hear and I obey.
Sega Genesis was great. I loved that system.
Yeah, but just sold that one about 7 months ago, I think. I got rid of that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you have very many games for it?
Oh, yeah. Like, I had tons of games. Just like now, I got tons of games I don't even play. It's like 50 games up there.
So what game system was the first one where you started playing multiplayer online?
Battlefield 3. That was the first game.
Okay, and that was on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
All right. So I love the Xbox 360. I've got an Xbox One, but it's like, damn, the Xbox 360 did it right. It was a good console, and it still is.
Yeah, it's a good console. Well, somebody was telling me today they're going to be getting rid of the Xbox 360 in like a year or two time. Is that
No,
true?
that's not true.
You know
No.
what? I don't see that.
They said, and this is something I've heard a bit about back in October, I think was on Twitter. They said it's going to be 4 or 5 years more like.
That's what I think. Probably more like that. Because you know what? There's so many of them out there. If you release a game and you don't put it on 360, oh my God, how many bucks are you going to miss out on?
Yeah. Well, I'm liking it now on the 360s. A lot of the free games are coming out now, and you can they're free or severely reduced.
Yeah.
Borderlands 2. I just picked that one up for like $10. That's a pretty good buy right there.
Yeah, I just saw in the forum that Dead Island is coming out free on the 360.
Saw that today. Yeah, I saw it today on there. I've got that one, but
that's good because I bought a used copy of Dead Island last year from GameStop, and it had the little hole in the middle of the disc.
check.
It was out of round. It was like somehow it was like off center, and it wouldn't play. It's like, and I never. By the time I bought the thing and decided to pop it in the disc, it was past the time where you could exchange it.
Oh.
So it's like, God damn it! I wanted to play Dead Island. Now I can.
Yep, somebody played that game till their fingers bled.
Yeah, I had that game when it first came out. I kind of liked it. I never finished it, but it was fun.
Well, zombies, it's like zombies need to be killed. They just need to be killed.
They do.
And they ain't going to kill themselves,
Yeah.
But strangely enough, now I like Dead Island. I like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, but I don't care for zombies in Black Ops.
Yeah, I was never caught into the Black Ops zombies, or the Treyarch zombie games. It's sort of fun, but it's just it's too easy to die. I'm just not good at it. My favorite zombie game of all time is still Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
I've got that one.
I like that.
Did you spend much time playing Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2?
I don't think I have that game.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have that game now.
I always like to play as Bill because he kind of looks like me. He's the old grizzled. I guess he's in special forces or something because he wears like a green beret
Yeah.
kind of a thing, and he's got a white beard and he wears fatigues.
I don't know. I think it's one of the better zombie games that they ever made. I really do. And it was one of the first, wasn't it? One of the first ones you could co-op in.
Oh yeah,
with
the
more than
co-op on
two.
that is unbelievable. It's like 2, 3, or 4 players. It's just glorious. It's just so much fun. So, are you looking out for any new games that are coming out on the horizon, or are you pretty much just a one-game kind of guy?
Yeah, I play it till I usually get sick of it, and then I look for something else to play. I said right now it's Battlefield 4, and God knows how long I'll be playing on that one. Right now, there's nothing much on it that's pissing me off too much. So, the first time I throw my controller, it'll probably be the last time for a while. So,
Well, next
tired
month,
of breaking controllers.
Titanfall comes out. Are you going to get on Titanfall?
I've heard about it. They were talking about it last night. Haven't seen really much on it, so I can't really talk on it. So,
Oh, okay.
is it
Well,
like a first-person shooter tank type thing, or?
It's a first-person shooter. Is set in a kind of a futuristic world, and you have these giant fucking mechs. Mech where like there's a person inside this giant robot, and the giant robot looks just like a soldier. He's running around, chomp, 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 and he's got like a gun, but he's like the size of a building.
Oh.
And you got some of the mechs, and then
It's like
you
a Power
got
Ranger, huh?
your soldier has this ability to do like these double jumps and stuff. He's got some kind of a jetpack, so he can do these things where he runs across walls and stuff. So it's like this high mobility game, very high mobility. Kind of reminds me of Halo in that regard.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's everybody's talking about it and is looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to give it a try.
Is one of those things going to come out on disc, or is it going to be like an Xbox Live thing? You just
I'm sure it'll
Get
be
it on
both.
on
Both.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I'm going to get it on
definitely
disc.
It's definitely coming out on disc. That's how I'm getting it.
Yeah. Although, it is sort of convenient if you have it just digitally downloaded. It's like if you want to switch from one game to the next, you just switch. You don't have to go hunt down the disc and pop the old one out and pop the new one in. It's kind of cool.
Be one of those things where it's like a premium thing where you buy the game for $60 and have to pay $40 for a premium pass, or
Oh, a season pass or whatever.
Yeah,
They haven't
be one of
announced
those
that.
things.
Yeah, no, they haven't announced that.
But this is a game that's released by EA, so you know that that there's going to be premium stuff that you can buy.
yeah.
The only bonus in having the downloaded version is if you get mad at the game and you whip the disc against the wall. You don't have the
done
game
that.
anymore. I've done that a few times.
First Battlefield 3 game, that's what I did it to. I got it, broke it in half, stepped on it, threw it outside. And I was doing work for somebody, just helping him out. And his wife gave me Battlefield 3. And I said, okay, I'll start playing it again. And yeah, so I know but the pain of breaking games and
So you
controllers,
actually
headsets and
intentionally desecrated the disc because you were pissed.
oh yeah.
Oh, I've done
I
that.
go into berserker mode sometimes.
Well, I
This gets so
slammed the
bad.
controller down on the ground and busted it one time. It's like, God damn it, I'm such a dumbass.
Yeah. My wife says I'm done with the breaking of the gear.
I broke a stick right off a PS2 controller.
Well, we get frustrated playing these things. If something doesn't go the way you think it should have gone, it's like it just gets you at a personal level. You just get so mad. I don't know. It's like it's a
God,
game.
yeah.
You got to remember that. It's a game, but it's just...
Yeah, but when you get caught in the moment,
Yeah. Especially if someone drops the bags on you. That pisses me off more than anything in the world.
oh God.
I had some guy do it today. Dang, I was running pretty good. I was on a kill streak. I had 6 kills, and the guy I was getting, the guy that actually dropped the bags on me, he's the one that did it, but he kind of did it cowardly. He kind of dropped them on me and then kind of snuck off into a corner and continued on, It's kind of funny.
When you say drop the bags, are you talking about teabagging?
Teabag, yeah.
I never heard to drop the bags.
Bags.
Oh, I
Yeah. Oh, God, that pissed me off.
Now, are you a person that employs the teabag yourself?
I've done it 3 or 4 times. That's about it. I just do it as a joke. I think Willie's caught him a couple times. I just do it. It's a funny thing to do,
Well, the first time it ever happened to me, it's like when I watched the kill cam, it's like the guy did that, and it's like, oh, you know what? I totally deserved that. I was camping like a bitch, laying prone with my gun aimed down sight at a doorway. It's like, he came up behind me, teabagged me a couple of times, and then knifed me. It's like I had that coming. I had that coming.
Yeah.
I would have done the same. Oh, man.
The teabagging gets crazy sometimes in some of those matches.
So Whack, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in North Carolina right now.
North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah. I was kind of an Air Force brat, so kind of traveled around a lot. So I was born in Alaska, went to California, Hawaii, back to California, Texas. Then I enlisted in California, and just been traveling around ever since.
Wow. So how'd you like Alaska?
I was a baby, so I don't even know. Don't even remember.
Don't remember.
Just where I was hatched.
Just as well, probably. It's cold shit, man. Huh.
Yeah, no, that's cold.
I kept my family here in North Carolina the whole time. I've accepted orders and done things to keep them here. I did extra deployments just to keep my family stable here in North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a family. So you got what do you got? What do you got?
I got my wife and my daughter. My daughter's 13 now, going on 20.
Yeah.
30. She's a smart little thing. Smarter than I ever
man.
was, and probably ever will be. My daughter is.
Yeah,
I don't know where she gets it from.
It's amazing. Yeah, my daughter's going to be 13 in a month, so I can definitely hear what you're saying there, boy.
They're not a little kid anymore. They're like the obnoxious teenagers. God damn it!
She's still a good girl, but I'm waiting for it because I'm reading books. Teenagers' brains change, and I'm waiting for the Wackadoodle in her to pop out.
What is it they say? When they're 6, you can't get them to stop talking, and when they're 16, you can't get them to start.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Hey, I'd like to take a break for just a second.
Okay.
We're gonna edit this part out, but you know what? I have to go to the bathroom in a bad way. Can you guys just hang? If you want to go, grab a drink or something like that, would that work?
Yeah, sure.
yeah, go ahead.
You should have brought your Colonel bucket.
I know. I needed my 100. All right. We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Oh, I just ran about a half a gallon of liquid through my nose. Went down the wrong pipe, and I hate that. God.
So is your health doing any better there, Flex?
I'm doing much better. I'm back up to weight now. You know, I was down to 163. I'm 6'2".
Wow.
I was down to 163 pounds, so they labeled me malnourished and anorexic.
Dang.
I had a bout of pancreatitis, and I couldn't eat for a week, and they had me on just fluids, and I lost the weight, and I couldn't get it back on. But I'm back up to 200 pounds now, and my shoulder's getting better, and so things are starting to come around.
Yeah, I have to get an operation here in a couple weeks. I had a hernia when I got out. They discovered it during my little VA physicals and things.
Mm-hmm.
So just before I got out, they cut me and tried to fix the hernia. I didn't take it easy and stuff like I was supposed to, and I re-injured myself here recently. So,
oh no!
So I got to get it cut on again, and it sucked. It took me 2 weeks to get out of bed last time I did it.
Damn.
Women in their C-sections, I don't know how they do it, because I was a bitch.
I don't either.
Ran out of my pain meds too soon, and oh my God, it was horrible.
That always happens to me. I get kidney stone. I still get kidney stones from time to time. So the last one I had was a centimeter, and it was caught coming out of my kidney. I was completely blocked off on the left side.
Jeez.
So they go in with they use a green laser.
Green laser.
Honest to God, they use a hyper intensive green laser, and
I'm back. Just let me grab me another cup of Joe.
They bust it up with the laser.
Yeah, I heard they do stuff like that with sound and stuff. I heard they do that too. They get in there and they blast it with sound. My dad had something with sound going on. They stuck them in a big bathtub.
Yeah, you go in there's two ways they do it. You either go like in this hot tub and they run sound waves through the tub and it breaks it up, or they've got the newest thing is they've got a mat with fluid in it, and then the mat vibrates and breaks it up.
Yeah, it's just stick you in the back of a Humvee and drive you down a dirt road. That'll fix you.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I've had my nuts smashed around my dang forehead sometimes.
I've heard those things. They're like riding.
Oh, yeah. M-Raps and all that stuff. Oh, God, they're just terrible.
Whew, man, that's a load off my mind.
I'm glad to hear that.
All right. And we're back. You've been watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode 84. That's right, 84 with Wackadoodle Masterguns. All right. So,
yeah, we were just talking about Flex's health, and he's doing a lot better now. So,
Flex is on the mend.
Flex is on the mend.
Yeah, 2014. That's going to be a good year.
It is.
A healing year.
2013 was not good for me. Everybody knows I had a rough 2013. Boy, it was no good. So 2014.
That's right, baby. And I see you've got your Black Sabbath T-shirt. When's the date?
It's in April sometime.
April. The Flex family is going to Black Sabbath.
Yeah, we're going to Winnipeg to see Black Sabbath.
Winnipeg. What is Winnipeg? Is that in
Canada?
US?
It's in Canada.
It's in Canada. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Just over the Minnesota border into Canada. Well, a 7-hour drive.
Okay. So are you gonna like get a room and stay there? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And Paige was like, we told her she was going with, and she was all like, well, excited obviously, but she's like, really, you're taking me with? We're like, honey, man, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, man. They're never going to tour again. This is like it. Ozzy's like, his bones are getting ready to turn to dust, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and I've seen Ozzy once before. The guy acts like he's 25 when he's on stage. He just jumps around, and just gets crazy. I mean, it's unbelievable how you can't understand him when he talks, but when he sings, man, he can really sing.
Yeah, he's still got that going on. So is this going to be Paige's first concert? Has she been to a concert before?
No, she's been. She saw Shinedown last year when I was in the hospital. Actually, I ended up in the hospital the day of the concert. But her and Shelby went. My wife went to the concert and saw Shinedown.
All right,
and she liked that. So,
well, at least she's not going to see like Menudo and New Kids on the Block kind of shit. Whatever.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yeah. Insert, boy band here.
Right.
So, Wack, what about your daughter? Is she like into that kind of stuff?
She likes Linkin Park,
Awesome.
Paramore. I'm taking her to a Paramore concert in June.
Cool.
I love those guys.
Let's see what else.
Wow, that is definitely not Justin Bieber.
No, none of that New Direction stuff.
There you go.
Swift,
That's the
none
new
of
Direction. That
She
was
doesn't like none of that stuff.
Neither does Paige. Paige can't stand it, man. She won't listen to it.
Yeah.
I'll
She
tell
might
you.
be a closet one, She might be in a room right now listening to it for all I know. But yeah,
We,
publicly she puts her nose down at it.
the proudest moment I had, I think she was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old, and we were at a restaurant, and they had the radio on. The radio happened to play War Pigs by Black Sabbath, and she looks at me and my wife, and she goes, "Dad, it's War Pigs. We love this song." And a bunch of people that were sitting around just started chuckling and stuff. And it's like, I was so happy.
Yeah. So Wack, are you active duty still, or are you officially retired?
No, I'm right now. I'm in active reserve. I got 20 years in the military. You probably know this, maybe not. It's actually early retirement. So I retired at 25. I still got 5 years of inactive time where they can call me back at any time and say, "Hey, it's North Korea or it's China or put the bad guy country here," and that's where we go. So I got about 2 more years left, 2.5 more years, so I'm out of my 30-year window.
And then you're home free.
Then I'm home free, and I could do what I want. I could do what I want right now, basically, but they can't call me back after 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have my sister has a friend who was a captain in the Army, and when he left, he officially resigned his commission because he didn't want to be called back. And they actually tried to call him back, and he says, "Sorry, I'm legal. I resigned my commission." So.
Yeah, now I don't know if this is true or not. I've heard it, and it probably is true. So a lot of people told me it, and I get retirement pay from the military, and if they try to call me back, and I tell them, pay Paxan, I did my thing, they can take your retirement pay from you. So
Yeah.
so I still got a couple of years, so they can. Yeah,
Right.
so they can still call me back.
Well, you would think they would give the 40-year-old folks some kind of a break, It's like, hey, don't you got some young folks that you can put into service for this shit?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had that special skill set that's
You've got a unique
highly
set of.
Yeah, man, I can't do nothing in the civilian world with what I got, but in the military, in my job, it was a high demand thing.
Damn.
Can't get a job anywhere else, in the civilian world with what I know, but in the military, oh yeah, I was top of the world.
Wow. So what was your most recent deployment?
I'd say I just got 2009 and came back in 2009. I've been out, you see, it was April 2011, I think I got out. So I came back at the end of 2000. No, it was 2010. 2010, because I retired 2011, so.
And was that Afghanistan or was that Iraq or?
Iraq.
Iraq. So what's it like over there?
It was hot. See, most of my time I spent in, the COC. I did a lot of my stuff in the COC. So it was air conditioning, the Combat Operations Center, Center of Confusion.
Oh, okay.
Whichever you use.
Center of Confusion.
Center of Confusion, the talk, whatever. Did all my work in there. You had we had the UAVs up, and my job primarily was to provide support to the guys on the ground. I had UAVs up, predators, always looking for some bad guy to drop the JDAM on or something.
No, and
Wow.
when you say hot, like what's hot over there? Like the 100, 120? 100?
Yeah, 120. I mean, it was so hot sometimes, especially in Kuwait. I mean, it felt like I was hotter in Kuwait than any place else. When you would exhale, your body, when you exhaled out, would like cool your face.
Oh,
your
wow.
body was like 90-something, 98 degrees, and you breathe out, it kind of get a cooling effect on your face. It was that dang hot.
It's kind of like here when it's cold and you breathe out and like warm up. Like my beard always gets frosty and stuff when I'm outside.
Yeah. That's a lot of the time. One of my first deployments over there was kind of a rough one for me because I was a JTAC. I was a Joint Terminal Attack Controller, and I was attached to the infantry. And they were doing Fallujah and having to run amok inside Fallujah. It was pretty rough, but we got through it.
Wow.
But by other deployments, I was working in the Combat Operations Center, working in the fire section.
So, as I understand, the administration is planning to have a complete pullout in Afghanistan, or at some point fairly soon. Is that true?
I don't know. I disconnected myself from the whole military thing a couple years ago.
That's what I would. That's what I would do.
Yeah, once I got out,
Unplugged.
pretty much got out.
You unplugged.
Yeah.
So, did you learn to speak any of the native language?
Nope.
Yeah.
I could order maybe beer in a couple of languages, but that's about it. That's all I could do. Just beer. Order beer.
Now, wait a minute. You can't get beer over there. That's a Muslim country, man.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about when the other times in my deployments, I made like 11 deployments. So
you know how to say beer in a few languages anyway.
yeah, probably.
That's important.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely
damn important. Boy, I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink quite heavily, and I know how to say it in German. Beer.
That sounds legit.
That doesn't work. You just point.
Yeah.
Point
Yeah.
and grunt. That seems to get the point across every once in a while. Yeah.
So, in the military, you're going to have some downtime. So how did you guys spend downtime? Did you have video games?
Well, my last deployment, we did 12-hour shifts. So I was 12 hours in the center of confusion. After that, we did PT, you ate, you slept, and then we watched a lot of stuff on the share drive. It was a big server someplace that had all the movies, music, TV shows, anything you wanted to watch. You just put your computer, log in, and just absorb everything that was out there, basically. First run movies, the Hajis had them, we had them. So before it was usually out in the States, we were watching them on the share drive.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cool. That's a nice benefit. I didn't realize that they had that.
It was all black marketed stuff. And then, when the next unit comes back in, because we were the 2 MEF, the Marine Expeditionary Force, when 1 MEF came in, they saw our extensive server, and they tried to shut it down because it was all illegal, I guess, to have a lot of that crap up. But it helped morale. As soon as they came in and pulled the plug on it, there was almost a mutiny in Camp Fallujah. So they put it all back together,
Got it back online mighty
quick. Got it back on quick, yeah. And a lot of guys bring consoles, and they would play. But I was just too worn out from working that night shift. It was a night shift, 12 hours at night. And that's when all the strikes and stuff went down. That's when the task force guys used to go out and, kick doors open and things like that. So I had to be attentive and make sure I had support for them just in case they needed, an airstrike or a GMLRS strike or something like that.
You were probably staring at a computer screen 12 hours a day anyway, weren't you, basically?
Yeah. I had 3 screens that I had to monitor. A lot of acronyms I'm going to throw at you that, like the C2P, seeing the FATIDs and the JDocs and Merc Chat. And I had 24 Merc Chat windows open at once, like a Skype thing, but with just chatting with the different commands, my higher, my adjacent, my lower,
wow,
and my fire support units. And then I had the 8 channels of UAVs that we used to have to monitor. And everybody looks suspicious on them dang UAVs. You know, you got things looking up, and they're down there looking at the road, and people are digging at the road, and I'm about to drop a JDAM on them, and all they're doing is irrigating their dang their land. You know.
Oh wow.
So everyone looks guilty in the UAV.
Yeah. Well, how fine can you zoom in?
Well, I could get some of that stuff. I get pretty close. I could tell exactly what they were doing. Exactly what they're doing, and I pretty much had the authority to drop on anybody I felt was a threat.
So those are those drones that have the propeller in the back, and
yeah, well, it's like they had the smaller ones, you know, like the Epics and things like that. They're just smaller UAVs. I didn't really get a lot of Predator feeds; those are a higher level asset. But every once in a while, I'd get them if the task force guys came in.
And those are called Reapers, is that right?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they're featured pretty prominently in these war games, you know, these UAVs and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of what he did. Just sit there and I watched, you know, we used to call it Kill TV, you know. Because Kill TV would be up, and then, you know, the bad guys out doing what they weren't supposed to be doing, and our guys would get into troops in a contact situation, and we had to provide support for them, and we were there pretty much to whack the guys for them.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Wild stuff.
Yep.
So were you guys like kind of, you know, like taking everything really super serious, or were you guys kind of cutting up like gallows humor kind of stuff?
Well, yeah, it's like you say, a lot of the things, and when you're in like combat, it's a lot of boring stuff. You know, 12-hour shift, I could work 3 or 4, maybe a week worth of days, and nothing will happen. And then all of a sudden, you know, one of my infantry units would get in contact, and their battalion screaming for, you know, close air support or something like that, and I got to push everything I got to them.
All hell breaks loose at once, in other words.
You're watching it. You're watching it on a UAV. Something's up there. You're getting that full motion video. The commander's wanting to get out there, and you're scrambling to get that to them, so you can see.
So what's the first line of defense that they like to use? Is it the drones, or do they send helicopters over, or what's the deal?
Every commander wanted that full motion video. He wanted something above him at all times to look around, and it wasn't one of the assets that I owned. That was like a G2 asset or an S2 asset, one of the Intel assets. But I had the feed coming to me, and if I needed to, I could redirect and have them look someplace if I wanted them. But yeah, it's just everyone wanted the Predators, or not the Predators, but the Epics and the smaller UAVs up at all times. But it's a limited asset. Not everybody gets them. Now the door kicking task force guys, they had the high speed stuff, and when they came into my province in Anambar, where I was at, they brought that stuff so I could monitor what they were doing, because I had my assets that had to support them. Do
the troops on the ground, do they have cameras?
No, the guys I didn't know, but the JTACs, they have a little laptop computer that they can get a feed from a UAV from up there, and they can do a type of close air support with using the UAV feed. So I don't necessarily have to see the enemy. When I was a JTAC in Fallujah, directly in front of me, I'm getting a feed from up top, and I could see the bad guys forming and massing, do what they're going to do, and I could drop on them with my, I can ID them from when I'm looking through the computer there. I don't have to see them. I could just be close. My guys up front can call back, and I can direct the UAV and then blow something up on them.
All right. So now, completely changing gears, did you watch the big game last weekend?
The Super Bowl? Yeah. I watched it to the first couple seconds of the third quarter.
Did you?
Then I was done. After that guy ran that, was it
Percy?
After he ran
it back, I was like, okay, I'm done.
You know, Percy Harvin used to be a Viking, and he was awesome here. And then they brought Randy Moss on board, and Randy Moss helped him with his attitude a little bit. And then, in other words, he didn't have one, but then Moss came and he collected one. So
I guess so.
That's how he ended up on a Super Bowl team, because we all know here in Minnesota, I'm a diehard Minnesota fan. We all know that we'll never win a Super Bowl because we suck.
Well, you guys made it to a couple of Super Bowls back in the early days.
Back in the day when they had, who was it? Tarkington and
Fran Tarkenton.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Scrambler. A lot of people think he was just about making and breaking records. You know, that he didn't care about the ultimate goal of winning a game or winning the Super Bowl, but he was more about pass completions and, you know, not being picked and stuff like that. So,
well, he's in the Hall of Fame, isn't he? Isn't he?
You're asking me? I'm just a Vikings fan. Yeah, I think he's in the Hall.
Yeah, those are the days back when I was a Cowboys fan. I grew up in Dallas, and you know, we actually knocked you guys out of a Super Bowl a couple of times, I think, or we went to the Super Bowl, you know, instead of you guys a couple of times.
Could be.
Yeah, so that was the Roger Staubach era. Of course, I love that. So Whack, what's your team?
The Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Panthers, yeah. Panthers and the Chargers. The Chargers because, you know, it's kind of what I grew up with, and the Panthers because they're local. And me and my daughter went to a game this past year, the Saints game. Saints and the Packers. That was a good time.
How was it? What's the stadium like? Is it?
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice stadium. It's a good stadium.
Was it spendy?
Yeah, we spent the ticket that I got it on Ticket Stub, and it was like $220 per ticket.
Oh man,
$230 per ticket, and I get the ticket from Ticket Stub and stamped right on the ticket. I got it right up there on the dang wall. $66 for that ticket when it was originally bought by, you know, Joe Schmo. He paid $66 for that dang ticket. They paid $200 something a piece.
God damn,
man, they got a good business going.
They got a
on,
racket going, man.
I didn't think that was illegal. I thought that was called scalping or something, but I don't know.
When I went to get our tickets for Sabbath, I was checking through a third-party site, and it came to, I think it was, they wanted for 3 tickets, it was like $700 or something like that.
3 tickets, holy
for
God.
3 tickets. We ended up
$450 for 3. And
$400 for 3 and on the second level, and those other tickets were for the third level.
Oh, jeez.
So I know what you're saying there, and I thought that was, I did too. I thought that, you know, that's to me is scalping. You know,
I guess you can shop around and find better deals, you know. But at the beginning of the year, I told my daughter we're going to go to a Panther game this year. We're going to do it, and this before the Panthers, and they were losing too. So I'm thinking, hey, the Panthers got a really crappy season started here. Tickets are going to be cheap.
Wrong answer.
Not so much. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I bought them like the second week. The second week I bought those tickets, and it was December by the time we actually went to the game.
So,
Wow. You know,
Stadiums.
I've done the thing where you, like a concert or something comes out. It's like tickets go on sale at 10 o'clock, you know, on Monday on this date, you know, whatever. So gone to Ticketmaster, stood in line, you know, like 2 hours before, you know, with all these other people. And by the time I get up there,
got crappy tickets.
Yeah, we got a third level, you know, way the fuck back. It's like, how is that possible? I mean, I'm here like the minute they're released, somebody is getting all the good seats and then scalping the fuck out of them.
They're scalping the ticket stubs, and all them people are just raping you.
StubHub and tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Throwing it
crazy,
sideways.
man. It's kind of crazy, really. I mean, it ain't fair, but then is life fair, you know?
Nah.
Nope, no sir.
You know, I like baseball. I like the A's, but some of the most fun I've ever had was going to Sacramento to watch their AAA team. They call it the Sacramento River Cats, and they've got a nice stadium, and you can always get tickets cheap as fuck, and the crowd is crazy.
Oh yeah, I think it's more fun going to those games because there's more. You know, the guys got more to gain. You know, I mean, they're working hard to try and make it up the ladder.
Oh yeah,
call
yeah.
it the show.
Those minor league things are that is fun. I wish Sacramento is pretty far from here. It's like a couple hours drive, but I wish the hell we had a minor league team, even if it was like single A or something. I would go a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a team up here at Kinston, North Carolina, but they went someplace else. They used to be one of the farm teams for the Cleveland Indians, and they took them away from us. And there's nothing around here now. There's nothing. Closest team I got here is Charlotte. I could watch, the Bobcats. Is it the Bobcats? Charlotte Bobcats basketball? Hell, I don't even know. And the Panthers. Oh, and I got the dang Hurricanes right up the road too for hockey.
Okay, are you a hockey fan?
I've seen a couple games. Yeah, but I'm not really a big fan.
See, I
got to find something though. Football season's over with. I got to do something with myself.
I'm a big hockey fan because I live in Minnesota.
Well, of course.
And
growing up in Texas and living in California, it's like we're not exactly big, crazy hockey maniacs.
Yeah.
But you're in North Carolina, so you probably are a big NASCAR fan.
Hardly. No.
I used to love NASCAR, and they fucked it up so much that I just I don't even watch it anymore.
I went to a race when I was a kid down in Riverside, California, with my dad. They had the little road track down there. And it was all right to go to live, a road track, but I can't sit and watch Daytona for 4 hours. I mean, Jesus, it hurts the head.
Yeah, you start getting dizzy after a while.
Yeah.
It's like watching a tennis game,
Well, it's big. It's big down there where you live, right?
Oh yeah, it's crazy big down here. And pumpkins running around here.
I was going to say, isn't that like where a lot of them are based out of
North Carolina? Yeah, kind of central North Carolina. That's where they come from. I think it's a waste of assets. It's a waste of time. They spend so much money on these cars and tires and fuel, and it's a waste of money. It seems like.
Yeah. But as far as like popularity, as far as television revenues and all that, it's right up there. I mean, I think football is number one, and probably, I don't know if basketball or baseball is two, and then I think it's NASCAR.
Yeah, it probably is. It's big here. I mean,
or it might be above one of the others. Yeah.
TV all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I like going to like seeing them on the dirt track and stuff. I always thought that was cool, because it's guys that are, they're really competing. Well, not like they don't compete at NASCAR level, but I mean, you go to a dirt track and, these guys, a lot of them are out there to have fun, but they do take the competition seriously. And
they're driving their own cars,
right?
And,
they work
the
on their
owner
own,
is the driver.
They work on their own cars, and they're serious about it. And the cool part about that is like my cousin raced for a while, but like you can go down into the pits and talk to the guys and listen to the banter and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. If anything, you gotta admire the guys. They're going 190 miles an hour. And
crazy
fast.
They're
bumper to bumper.
Crazy fast.
Yeah, you gotta admire that at least.
Well, the coolest part is when they nudge each other off the road and stuff and causes wrecks.
Yeah. I was thinking what Flex was saying about going down and meeting the guys in the pits. Like I said, when I was a kid, we got our little program, and my dad took me down the pits, and I got a bunch of people to sign my little program, but I didn't know who they were. I had Richard Petty and Harry Gant and the other guys. So I didn't know who they were. I just held my book up, and they found their little page and signed their little name on it.
Cool.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
You still got that?
I think my dad still got it someplace.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's that old school dang guys,
Back in the day when
Bobby Allison and stuff.
Yeah. Now we had a drag strip in Dallas, Green Valley Raceway. They changed the name of it. I forgot what it's called, but I used to go down there and we'd watch top AA Fuelers and funny cars and pro stocks and stuff like that, and it's loud as fuck.
Oh yeah.
It's
like when those funny cars go through, you have to hold your ears because it's just deafening.
Oh yeah, we got a up in northern Minnesota, there's a drag strip up there, Brainerd International Raceway, and they hold drags, and then they hold bike races there too. And I've been there a few times, and it's like, man, it's deafeningly loud. If you don't wear earplugs, you better be plugging your ears, because
I know, right?
going to a concert and having your ears ring for a couple of days is one thing, but going to a drag race and not being able to hear for a week is scary.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
No.
Yeah. This is the last concert I went to was the Matas Yahoo concert. You know who he is? He's kind of like kind of a reggae. He kind of looks, well, the stuff that I recognize. I mean, he kind of looks like one of those ascetic Jewish guys, the long beard and the thing like that, Matas Yahoo. And this stuff, it was pretty good. It was really down in Wilmington. I saw them in this group called Magic, and it's been such a long time since I went to a concert. I mean, my ears, I couldn't hear right for a couple of days.
A lot of people wear earplugs now when they go to the shows, but
Here's a tip: if you can't find earplugs, if you don't have earplugs, you can always find cigarette butts. You can stick a cigarette butt in each ear.
Then you'd truly be a butthead.
Yeah,
That's
get
it.
some
Which
herpes of
reminds
the
me,
ear.
it's time for a cig here.
Ooh, time for flavor country.
All right. So, do you have any bad habits, Whack?
Nope. I stopped drinking. I don't smoke. I used
You
to
don't
smoke when I was
chew?
out in the field, Nothing to do but riding around the track, scooting across the desert, but trying to get a smoke in when you can. Seem to relax you a little bit after people shooting at you all day,
Yeah.
Well, how'd you quit?
I just stopped.
Did you
Just cold turkey. Just quit.
It's bad because when I'm playing like Battlefield, I used to have a beer right there next to me playing the Battlefield, and I think that was half my problem with my stress anxiety, was just getting up, because the more I drink, the more I'd get pissed and just keep playing and keep drinking, and next thing you know, I got a 12-pack gone, and I'm throwing controllers around the dang house, and so I said, okay, let's just stop the whole drinking thing and see what we can do.
See, I didn't have a problem with drinking. I had a problem with stopping.
Oh yeah, and then the wife would get me. She'd get me a 6-pack, and I'd finish my 6-pack, and I'm saying, "Hey, babe, can you get me another 6?" And she'll give me another 6, or she'd come back with a 12-pack, and that was the last thing I needed right there, because I just keep on drinking it. So,
Help.
So, how'd you stop that? You just stopped?
I just stopped. Just stopped.
So
That's all.
you don't need any. You don't need any programs. You don't need any help. You just stop.
Just stop. It's hard when like I said, when I play the video games, it's one of those things. The music comes on in the video game, and I'm looking for a beer to have.
Yeah. See, I chewed for 22 years, and when I went to quit, I had to go on the. I used the nasal spray. It was nicotine nasal spray. And if you want to talk about something that was god awful, stank and burned, but I got off the chew. It was, the habitual was so hard to break with the chewing, because they put, a lot of people don't know this, but because tobacco is an ag product, it can have like 3% particulate matter in it, which means rocks, stones, sticks, shit that,
gravel,
right, shit that, you would get out of a farm field.
Needles.
Right, and what the tobacco companies do with the chew is they test it, and if it's less than 3%, they add small rocks to it, ground glass, fiberglass, so that it'll cut your lip and you get addicted quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There were times when I was deployed that I'd go through a pack of smokes a day and be putting Copenhagen in my dang lip.
Yeah, I used to do that.
And just come back and stop.
That's hard on you.
Yeah, well, I gotta quit one of these here years. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, age gets you. That's probably another reason why I stopped drinking. You just can't drink, You can't be 50 years old putting away a 12-pack every other day, You just can't do that anymore.
No, it's too hard.
Unless you want to live to see 80,
Yeah, you'll be 50 going on 70.
Yeah, we don't need that. I'm still young and beautiful, so.
That's right.
That's right.
You're a good-looking man.
Hell
Whack,
yeah.
you're a...
I'm going to bring my wife in here to have you say that.
We'll sign a
Affidavit.
declaration.
We'll sign an
An
affidavit.
affidavit. You know,
There
this
you
is
go.
proof.
Get it notarized.
We'll get a
for
bunch
you.
of signatures on it. See, proof. That's the proof.
The waxy, handsome man.
Good looking guy. So, who was the first person that? How did you contact the group of people
The
that you're
sub one,
playing with
Willie.
now?
Willie.
It was Willie.
Yeah, the sub one recruiter.
He is the recruiter.
He
It's like
is.
so many people he's responsible for bringing in. And
Yeah.
is he the guy who talked you into coming on our show?
Yeah. He kept on pinging me. He said, "You got to
So-
do it. It's a good time. It's a fun time. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it." I'm like, I don't know. I'm a big chicken shit. He said, "You can't be a chicken shit. You're you used to be a Marine. You can't be a chicken shit." I said, "Yeah, I'm a chicken shit."
That's no big deal. Hey, shout outs to Mr. Willie Shot You.
Woo!
Props.
Yeah, I keep looking for people to bring in. I've only found one, the headhunter. I found him.
You found Headhunter?
Yep.
Well, you
Said-
found
Well,
a
that's a
good
feather
one.
in your cap.
You found
That's-
a good one there.
That's the quality I look for right there, so it's hard to find. Most of the times, you get some like Flex says, some Timmy.
Yeah,
It just it makes your ears bleed,
squeaker in there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely prefer playing with older guys. I don't know. It's just
I don't mind playing with the younger guys that are polite. And what I mean by polite is they're like us. They ain't razzing you. They're not shit talking. They're not screaming and yelling. Yeah, I mean, it's like they're being cool. It's like we got some really fine younger members in our clan, and
there's some good young guys, but
but
on the
it's
average,
just like anything.
on
There's
the
some
average,
chuckleheads.
it's better to have them a little bit older. And I mean, you never run into a 40-year-old who's an asshole. I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
Want to bet?
Well, they tend to
Get me
be less
drinking
of
again.
them. Yeah. So you know what? I've got a dentist appointment today.
You do
On a Saturday?
Yeah. We looked long and hard to find a dentist that has Saturday appointments. A couple of weeks ago, I had a dental emergency. It's like I had an abscess, and the doctor looked at it, and he had to do some emergency stuff, and then I had to come back, and he's doing a root canal. This is my first ever root canal.
Wow.
So 2 weeks ago, he did the stage 1. He went in and gouged. I thought he was going to spend all day doing it, and then he filled it up with some sort of temporary thing.
Yep.
And I'm going back today, and then he's probably going to measure me for the crown or whatever.
Yep.
And then I'll have to go back a final time where he sticks the crown on and does all that shit.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, my wisdom teeth, about when they got taken out, they were coming in sideways, straight across the bone like
Yeah.
this. And
Oh wow.
when they took them out, my jaw didn't really bone over like it was supposed to. So my back teeth were in risk of basically falling out because the bone never really set straight. So they ripped the back
Shit.
of my mouth open and put cadaver bone back there.
Mm.
And
Oh my God.
try to save my back teeth from, just to build some jawbone back there.
Build it up.
Yeah.
So
just
you
hope
got a dead guy's bone in there.
I don't know anymore because
all
I eventually
kinds of-
lost 2 of my back teeth back there because my jaw didn't really take it.
Mm.
But I don't know how much dead guy bone I got back there. I hope it wasn't a homo. You
No.
I got all kinds.
You
of
want to
dead
put a
guy.
dick in your mouth or something?
I got all kinds of dead guy bone in me. I've had a fusion done to my neck and broke my collarbone. They had to put some cadaver material in there, and when they did that, it was they gave me a postcard with a number on it, and they said, "This is the person who you got the donation from. If you want to write a thank you letter or whatever, feel free, and we'll send it to them." And so this was like a couple years ago, and I hadn't thought about it in ages. And about a month ago, I got a letter, and here it was from those folks, and they sent me a really nice letter and gave me the story behind the what happened and stuff, and so it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Wow, I
get
didn't know
one of
that they
those.
used cadaver bone. I had no idea that that was possible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get one of those. They just stuck a piece of dead man bone in my mouth.
Yeah. No,
Crazy.
yeah, they do that. Well, especially like with the neck, when I had the fusion in my neck, they used to take a piece of your hip bone. And it's actually, when you had surgery, they found that people were having more problems with infection and shit going wrong with their hip after the surgery than they did with the neck. So that's when they started going with the cadaver bone, because it was just, less invasive, I guess is the word. But my aunt, she had hers done, and she had hers done at a time when they were still doing the hip bone, and she still has problems. This was, you're talking 15 years ago, and she still has problems with her hip.
Wow, I had no idea. I knew that they took bone from hips sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, Adam took his rib, and they.
Yeah.
So
Made
this surgery has been going on for a long time.
Yeah,
where they
made all our problems when they did that, I guess, huh?
Adam, you bastard, you stupid fucker bastard.
Yeah. Thank God he didn't take 2 of them out. We'd have twice the problems.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So this has been a pretty good bulletproof underwear. I'd say we probably covered all the basics. We get to know Mr. Wackadoodle Masterguns.
Woo!
Mr. North Carolina, Mr. Marine Hooah.
Yut.
The Marines actually go around saying that?
The younger ones do, yeah. The older ones,
Yeah.
not so much. Yeah, our thing was oorah.
Hoorah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, sorry, I'm not a Marine.
Yeah. When my younger ones go, oorah, Master Guns, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Take it outside. Go talk to the trees.
Yeah, I guess they're like the definition of gung ho, which is a Marine saying.
Yeah, you got to get them when they're young. Got to get them when they're young. When I was a drill instructor, you had to beat it into them.
So how old were you when you went in?
I was 17.
Wow.
17. My dad had to sign for me when I went in. Didn't actually go to boot camp until I was 18, but I signed when I was 17.
Wow. So you were young and dumb and all that good stuff.
Yeah, wanted to be a Marine since I was like, could reach the top of the table. I don't know why. I guess saw too many war movies, I guess. But
well, the Marines have all the fun in the movies,
Oh yeah, get all the girls with the uniform, and yeah, it didn't work out like that. You're surrounded by 40,000 other guys with the same uniform, so.
Yeah. So did you meet your wife as a serviceman, I guess, then?
Yep. She was in too. She was a sergeant.
Okay.
I was a sergeant, and kind of met each other. I mean, my MOS doesn't have females in it, so I had met her. She was working on the phones, and hey, how you doing? Her, hey, how you doing? And one thing led to another, and we've been married for 20 years now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, for sure. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
22 in May for me. And my wife.
When you find when you got to keep them.
Best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I'll say that she keeps you in line. You need that, man.
Need somebody to babysit me, man.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to scrape me up off the ground after I break stuff.
Yeah, somebody got to drive you to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't that. It ain't as much that even as it's how calm and cool she stays when shit happens, man. Like when I broke my collarbone, the dog ran across the road and tried to get in a fight with a pit bull, and I got him called back, and I was chasing him up the driveway, and there was one little divot in the driveway, and you suppose I found that and tripped and broke my collarbone, and my wife comes out and she looks at me and she goes, "You just broke your fucking shoulder, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well,
yeah, that's
take you to the hospital."
That's cool under pressure, Ann my wife would freak out if something like that happened.
Not my wife. She's
Oh yeah. I know Shelby well. She's she's a cool character, man.
Depending when I lose it, it's all over.
Uh-oh, there she is. There she is. Hey, we haven't heard from Ann. She's still upstairs sleeping.
Wow, are we?
Lucky dog.
No way, we're gonna have a BPU and we don't get Ann in this one.
We don't get Ann in this one. It's like this might very well be the first one ever.
Wow. She knew I was coming on, so she's like, I ain't going downstairs to talk to that whack dude.
Yeah. So hey, would we be able to maybe get you back on in a future episode?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not scared no more.
All right. Hey, sometimes we do
Got my
game
cherry
show kind
pop.
of stuff. Sometimes we do these like little special things where we have like a game show or something.
Yeah,
Do you like
I've
trivia?
I've seen those. Yeah, I would smoke all those guys.
All right.
All
A
right.
challenge
All right.
has been issued.
I throw down the gauntlet.
All right.
That's the spirit.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna sit with my flashlight on the whole time.
Because we're working.
I'm gonna waste you bastards.
'Cause we really gotta have one of those here coming up. We ain't had one since Christmas.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a while.
Since
We gotta-
Christmas.
Yeah.
The Christmas episode.
Yeah. All right. So, it was a Christmas episode that we did that last.
Yep.
So here it is. I guess it's February. So Valentine's Day is coming up. You guys got any big plans? You got any reservations at hoity-toity restaurants or anything?
Well, my wife just got a ticket for going 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, so she's in the doghouse. So I might get a pass on Valentine's Day this year.
30 over.
30 over.
Whoa.
Yeah, she
that
was
was-
going 75 and a 45.
Ooh, I bet that was
Oh
spending.
man.
So yeah, she's in the doghouse. So I'm good.
Damn. you gonna bake her a cake with a file in it?
Oh yeah, we gotta go to court and everything. I think I gotta get a lawyer. I mean, Emmons advised me to get a lawyer, and he can talk the whole thing down. So
Were they talking about suspending her license and shit like that?
I've heard they can do that, I guess. And it's really concerning me about the whole thing is the insurance. I call my Karen from State Farm, and she said our insurance will go up $400 extra a year.
Ow!
With a 200 with a 2-point add to her record. So
Wow.
that's quite a significant, and it's there for 3 years. So that's
Yeah.
$1,200.
Wow.
Yeah, shit.
That's a lot of coin.
It's still better than the DUI.
Yeah, take it from the master professional
Yeah.
DUI
Yeah.
expert here.
Last week, this past week, I got a ticket. I was coming back home from San Francisco. I was just about to get on the Bay Bridge, and I got a ticket from a motorcycle cop who pulled up right next to me. He was like, I was driving along. He pulled up right next to me, and he stayed right there. It's like, what's this motorcycle doing? It's like, he's not passing me. He's not falling back. He's like driving right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look over, and it's a cop. And he's noticing that I'm watching Netflix on my cell phone.
Yeah.
So I get pulled over, and I get a $163 cell phone violation.
That was $163.
$163. But there's no points on the driving record. But
Oh.
shit, you do not want to be caught. Using a cell phone for texting or calling or even watching Netflix. I wasn't really watching it. I was just listening to it. It was a documentary about Mitt Romney.
Well, I listen to like BPU sometimes when I drive, but I don't try not to watch it.
Yeah. Well, see, I made the mistake. I've got this like little bracket kind of thing on the dashboard that holds the phone up. Because when you're using the GPS, you need to be able to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's legal to have a GPS going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But watching a film, probably
Not so much.
not a good idea.
Yeah, she had no business going 75 miles an hour down that road anyway. It's a
What?
crappy
Oh
road.
my God! Hold on. Yeah. What's up, Ann? Yeah, we're doing bulletproof underwear right now. So the record remains unbroken.
Awesome.
So it's 9:27.
It's 9:27. Yeah, there she goes.
You have to add.
Yeah, I got some Advil right here. I keep it handy. All right, come here and I'll give you your Advil. These are the gel caps, man. That's the good shit. So 75. What was she thinking?
I don't know. She was coming back. She's a teacher, and she was just coming back that back road she was on, and I was just zoned. I'm like, damn, girl, 75.
Must have been listening to a good song or something.
I guess. I mean, she's got a lead foot anyway. I mean, the last ticket she got was in 2005, so she's controlled herself. But I got her, those Ford Fusion Sports. It's kind of spunky, so she had her foot. She had her foot in the accelerator, and she was just flying. I thought she was like Jeff Gordon or something. I don't know.
Well, now when you two go someplace together, who usually drives?
I drive.
Okay.
Because I can't handle it. She's one of those that drives and looks, and where she looks, she drifts. So no, she's one of those.
You have to go to the dentist.
Yeah, I know. We got a dental appointment.
Here's your breakfast.
Well, I'll help that later. You can have your pills right there.
Okay, so you can nuke these and have them for breakfast.
Okay, we're doing bulletproof underwear.
I thought you said you were done.
Say hi to Wackadoodle, Mr. Masterguns.
Hi, Wackadoodle.
Hi.
Hi.
That's Ann.
Hi, Miss
Is
Ann.
that Flex?
Morning.
Flex there?
And Flex says
Yeah.
hi too. Yeah. Can't you see that's Flex? He's right there on the screen.
I'm not awake.
She's not awake. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So we should wrap this up,
Go.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, folks, you've been watching Bulletproof Underwear episode number 84. 84. That's a big number.
It is.
Every single Monday.
We've been doing
Every
this
single Monday.
long time.
Yes, indeed. Unbroken streak. We haven't missed a single episode. And we'd like to thank our super duper special guest, Mr. Wackadoodle Masterguns.
Hey!
Thank you for coming on the show.
We appreciate it.
No problem, guys.
For sure.
And I didn't say it before. I'll say it now. Thank you for your service. We appreciate
Hey, no
that
problem.
greatly, man.
Yeah, for sure. For
Thanks.
sure.
Definitely.
So for Bulletproof Underwear, I am your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I am your co-host, Flex.
So whack. Here we go. It's
Here we
time.
go.
That makes it official. See, that's it. That was a good one.
All
All
right.
right, so there is only one thing left to do, and that is Mr. Flex. Take us out.
See y'all later.